Alright, Shalom. First off, I would like to say Barakati Hau, Barakati Hau Shah, Barakati Hau, Barakati Hau Shah, Barakati Hau, Barakati Hau Shah. I'm going to say give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at the Great Millstone. And it's a sincere peace and salutation to all Akim that's pushing this word and truth and sincerity. This is the brother Ganar from the DC camp coming back at you with another video. And Lord's will, we entitled this video, depending on how the spirit go, we are the light of the world. And I'm just jump right into it. This is St. John 8:12. It says, Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Right? He that followeth Yahushua shall have the light of life. You know, and Yahushua said that he is the light of the world. And to prove, like I said, the video is called We Are the Light of the World. You know, speaking of the elect, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, the men that is pushing his word and truth and his sincerity, you know, in the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, you know, in the spirit which Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has given unto us, you know. So if Yahushua is the light of the world, then we are in representation of him right now. So we are the light of the world. And this is give me a second, one moment. This is Galatians Galatians 2 verse 20. And it says, I am crucified with Hamashiach, nevertheless I live, yet not I, but Hamashiach liveth in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of the Most High, who loved me and gave himself for me. Right? It says, but Hamashiach liveth in me. That's the point. You know, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, Yahushua, liveth within his men. The true men that's pushing his word. When Mary called for him and he put forth his hand to the disciples, saying, who is my mother, who is my brother, for this is my true family, roughly paraphrasing. He didn't say that, but that's pretty the gist. That's the gist of what he was saying. This is my family. He was pointing to the men that was doing the will of his Father, right? So he's living through us, the men that's doing the will of his Father, the will of our Father, Yahweh, you know, who the world ignorantly called God, which makes us the light of the world. And this is, I'm going to jump to the Old Testament. This is Isaiah 60:1. And it says, Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Right? The point is, it says, Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. Right? The light has come into this dark world, man. This world full of wickedness. Because wickedness dwell in the dark. So arise and shine, because the light has come, you know. Verse 3, it says, And the Gentiles shall come to the light, and the kings to the brightness of thy rising. Right, and that's how we woke up, man. We seen the light. And that's and that's how the rest of the elect is coming, by seeing us push forth this work, man. Who is the light? The elect is seeing the light. They're coming to the light, man. You know, for now they can see. You know, those that have eyes to see, let them see, man. Those that have ears to hear, let them hear, man. You know? Jump back to the New Testament. As you can see, Salak, I came on a plant, so I'm trying to rush through this. I just wrote down some, you know, scriptures and what I thought out of, or what I got out of the scriptures. So I'm going back and forth, trying to hurry up, get back on the plant. So if I'm seem to be rushing, Salakia, but I do want to just get this point out. It's not going to be long, but this is St. Matthew's 5:14. It says, "Ye are the light of the world." Now this is red letter, Yahweh Shah speaking. It says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house." Right? We represent that candlestick. We are the light of the world. You know. It says a city that is set on a hill that cannot be hid, because this is the will of the power. This is the will of the Most High who created this whole thing. You know, this is Yahweh's program, man. This is his movie. He is the director. We are the actors. All of the actors. You know. Pursuant to Isaiah 45:7, it says the Most High created. Let me get it real quick. This is Isaiah 45:7. It says, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh Bashem Shah, do all these things." Right? Yahweh do all of these things. This is his program. So this cannot be hid. You know, there's nothing you could do against the truth, but for the truth. You know, so no matter what, this light is going to shine, and we're going to be put on. We're going to be out there in the world. You know. This is Apostle Paul talking to the church of the Thessalonians, in Thessalonica, Salakia, the Thessalonians, the Israelites in Thessalonica. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:4. It says, "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of the light." See, there it goes again. We are the children of the light. It says, "And the children of the day, we are not of night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet of hope of salvation." Right? And that's what we are. Going back into the point, it says, "Ye are the children of the light." You know. And what's the importance of being the children of the light? We now can see. You know, we are able to. If you in a dark room and somebody just broke in, you can't see where he's coming. You can't see where he's coming. The scriptures say, "Watch as well as pray." We are the watchmen out here in hell right now, in Babylon. You know, or wherever you at across the four corners. If you're a man of the Lord, you're a watchman. But if you can't see, if you're in darkness, how can you watch? How can you warn the people? The scriptures say, "Let the blind lead the blind, for they both shall fall in the ditch." The blind is the ones that's dwelling in darkness. It says, "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief." That's not pursuant to us. The Most High created a separation, you know, and I'm talking about just Israel. The Israelites being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. There's a elect. There's a chosen group of men that were called to do this thing, that have the light, man. And even if you do know you're an Israelite, that don't mean you have the light, man. I'm talking about the brothers that's coming under the doctrine that's led by the apostles and elders up in Great Millstone, just to keep it all the way straight. That don't mean you have to be particularly in GMS, but if you're not carrying the doctrine that GMS is carrying, you don't have the light, you know. So I'm talking to those brothers that's pushing this sound doctrine. We are the light of the world, you know. And there's a price to pay when you the light of the world, and that's the point that I really want to get, that I'll explain at the end. But yeah, it says, verse 8, it says, "But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet, the hope of salvation. Right. This, it says faith and love. You know, this is what you're going to have to bank on when you are the light of the world, man, because you cannot be hidden. You cannot be hidden. You're going to be known, you know, and this ultimately how you're going to get your glory. But before glory is shame. You're going to get hurt, you know. You're going to be hurt, you know, and maybe it may even be physically hurt, you know. But to be the light of the world is a price to pay, because if you if you in darkness, if you can't see, like if there's a storm and all your electricity go out, and then someone find and light a candle, everyone's going to follow that candle so they can what? See. That candle is going to become popular. We are that candle, man. So being that candle, you have to do what? You have to be the example, man, of what to be for the sake of the elect, and for obedience sake, you know. Now, there's a flip side of being the light of the world as well, and that's St. John 3:19. It says, and this is the condemnation. And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest their deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. Right? You know, but it says the condemnation of the world is that light has come into the world. The condemnation of the world is that Yahweh Shah came, you know, and put forth the wickedness of the world, and we are carrying that on. And you've seen what Yahweh Shah went through. That's why he asked James and John, do you know what you're asking, when they asked to sit at his right hand or left hand? You know, do you know of the cup that I'm about to drink of? And are you sure you're able to drink of that, man? Because this is a heavy duty that we are all about to endure very soon, man, and that we are going through now, you know. So it's a price to pay to be the light of the world, because we're shining the light on the wickedness of this world, you know. We're shining the light to be seen, for the elect to come out and come into us, right? Because verse 21, it says, but he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that are wrought in the Most High. Right? Because the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. When we were even in the world, it was certain things we just did not do, man. We wasn't with that homosexual shit, you know. We wasn't with certain things that's wicked that's in the world, you know. And now we're coming to the truth, because when you hear brothers cry aloud and spare not, you know, you're going to feel one or two ways. You're going to feel cut, which we all feel cut because we're all sinners, but you're going to feel cut because you love to do wickedness and you don't want this to stop, so you're going to want us to be shut up, or you're going to want this to be pushed forward, because you're going, hey, Ezekiel 9:4. I'm going to get that real quick and I'm going to close on that, but I'm going to keep explaining. Ezekiel 9:4. It says, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right? The wicked one is not going to cry about the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. You know, only the men of the Lord, the righteous, is going to be crying. And those are the men that's going to want to come to the light, so that their deeds may be manifest. You see? The wicked is going to want the abominations to continue. What's the abominations? Homosexuality, you know, adultery, idolatry, you know, being a thief, you know, being a whoremonger, you know. Those wicked evil doers are going to want that to continue, man. They're not going to want righteousness to be put forth on the earth. you know, and us being the light of the world, we're going to be hated for that, man, you know, because we know Esau was made to be wicked, and our people are of their devil, of their father, the devil, man, you know. So it's a price to pay to be the light of the world, but it's ultimately a blessing because of the glory we're going to get from it. Starting with Yahweh Shai's glory, man, because he deserved it more than all of us, because he saved himself for us. I mean, he gave himself for us, man, so that we're ultimately able to even get this opportunity. You see? But yeah, man, you know, I wish I can continue on because there's some more scriptures to get. But you know, I'm on a plant, so I'm gonna just close it here. But Lord's willing, brothers was edified. You know, hey, brothers, man, being the light of the world is a heavy task, man, and it's something that you should embrace. You know, it's not something you should be scared of. That's why you got to put on a shield of faith, man, and the helmet of hope, of righteousness and salvation, you know, because that's what we hope for, man. We hope to be saved, man. Hey, man, Lord's will, for the sincere brothers, man, I pray that we continue, man, and that the Most High block out the distractions that this world is going to throw at us, man, you know. Hey, we got to continue to be that light, man, for Yahweh Shai's sake, man. We got to do this for him as he did for us, you see. Hey, but with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, double by Hashem Rakakadash Salakia. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the Great Millstone who rule well, and sincere salutations and peace to the brothers that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity, and that's being the light of this world, you know, proudly and boldly, you know. Hey, with that, I want to say shalom.